Hello, everyone. I'm back. I am back with Selena Jackson, an official published author. So, hold on, y'all. Boom. So, Selena,
Yes.
book was or is officially available for purchase as of Sunday, March 15th of
Yes, it
this
is.
year.
It's officially available.
How you feeling, girl?
I feel good. I feel good.
Do
Yeah.
you feel like a weight has been lifted?
No. No, because I'm still writing more stuff for other stuff. So it's like,
Okay, I can understand that part, but
mhm.
okay, do you feel like you've accomplished something great in getting this book done and having it published?
Definitely. I
Oh,
definitely feel an accomplishment. Definitely do feel that.
okay, that's good. That's good. Have you received any feedback on your
Yes,
book?
I have received feedback. So
What are
that
some
was
of your readers saying?
um so there's a lady named Coco, and she put something on there that basically you know there were moments of crying, and but she was thankful, right? um and then one of the things I like that she said, because this is also how I felt writing the book, is that this is not something that you could read fast. You
Right.
have to take your time. So I
Nice,
love that.
nice.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, I still got to get my book. I
So
still got
yeah.
to get my book. And I think Chilling with Purpose somewhere down the line in this season to spotlight authors and have them doing like a storybook time
Yeah.
where guys can read excerpts from your book and we interview y'all about it and how you going, how you doing, and checking in and all of that great stuff. So tell us again where we can purchase your book.
Yeah, the book is available on Amazon.com.
Amazon.com. Okay, wait, y'all. Let's see. If I key in Selena Jackson, her book comes up, y'all. If you just key in her name, Selena Jackson, the book, The Woman Who Came Back to Herself, hardcover is $27.
Yes.
You order right now, there's only one left in stock, but there's more on the way. You will get that book by Sunday, March 29th. You know what? Amazon is not as fast as they used to be.
No, they're not, unfortunately, but
Yeah, they realized they can't do everything the next day. And you can get it on Kindle. You can get it on Kindle as well. I don't understand what this is saying. Free with Kindle, unlimited membership. Okay.
that's if you have a membership with Kindle. But yeah, so Kindle, hardback, or paperback.
All right. Hardback, paperback. See, I don't see the paperback. Let me see. How much is the paperback?
$26.99.
Oh, they're both $27.
No, paperback is $14.99. Hardback
Okay.
is $26.99. Did I say it wrong?
Paperback is 15, hardcover is 27. You know they're getting rid of the pennies, so we just gonna go ahead and round it up. All right. So this is also connected to Daughters of Zion Healed. Is that correct?
Correct. So all the proceeds from the book are going to my nonprofit, Daughters of Zion Healed.
And when did your nonprofit launch?
Well, I started doing it back in 2023, but I didn't officially do the whole nonprofit until the end of last year, like November.
Nice. Are you having an event this year?
Yes, I will have an event coming up later towards the end of the
Nice. Nice, nice. Selena, will you read some of your book to us?
year. Yes.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. um, as soon as I put black to white, my pen to the page, everything I had buried for decades rose to the surface. The tears poured. Before I had time to stop them, the words spilled out faster than my mind could process them. My body shook under the weight of emotions I had never allowed myself to feel.
Mm, keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
I wrote about the red flags I ignored, the choices I regret, the relationships that wounded me, the humiliation, abandonment, rejection, and disappointment I carried, the mistakes I made, and the consequences that followed me like shadows.
Girl, that book right there. I could see Danielle Steele. Like, let's make it a movie. I could hear water in the background.
Oh.
I'm serious. Just on that alone. I love the mind that God has given me.
Mhm.
That's good. That's good. So what's next for you?
So up next, I've actually finished a book. In the process of trying to come up with a title for it, but I want to release that at the end of this year.
What's an oh, you said you're coming up with a title.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit about what this next book is about?
This book has to do with depression and healing.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I want y'all to know that she is working towards her degree or license.
Both.
Her degree license in
Mental health counseling.
just saying mental health counseling. And she's a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think even going to school in this area has it helped get this current book out and help in the launching of the next one?
I will say no. Right? Although there are a lot of things that I have learned with going to school, I don't believe that is what helped me at all. I believe most of my quote unquote help per se is I call on the job training boot camp, right? Real live in motion, like, and it's even interesting because I had to meet with someone today, right? And one of the questions that I had to ask them was, what are your diagnoses, right? And they proceeded to list off a lot of mental health diagnoses. And one of the questions I asked them was this particular illness like related to anything, like what caused it? And what she said was an abusive relationship from her father and a mother that enabled his behavior, right? And for me, that was confirmation from God saying that if we as people do not deal with whatever issues or trauma that we have, it can develop into a mental health issue.
Okay. Okay. We're going down this road. You're going to school for mental health.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like your job involves some level of mental health.
Mm-hmm.
You've written book one regarding your personal life mental health.
Yes.
In the process of wrapping up another one regarding mental health,
Mm-hmm.
how are you using your life experience, your education experience, and the God downloads? How are you using that in everyday life or even when you encounter people?
So again, right, I think it's one of those things where it's like you just really allow God to talk to you, right? Because even though you go to school and the information that you're giving you is valuable because it really is, right? But my thing is like, okay, God, but how do I find this in your word? How do I apply this to your word? Because I know that this is not quote unquote man-made. I know that I could very much find it in the word, right? So even like there's something that I'll be teaching on at my conference later this year, right? But it's basically talking about our tolerance window to be able to regulate our emotions, right? And most people think that you can't increase your tolerance window. It is what it is. And that's all you have. That's all you can give, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what God started to show me is that literally He tells you to be transformed by the renewing of your mind,
Come
right?
on. Mm-hmm.
And what they also teach you is that you can increase your tolerance window to be able to handle what may come as like a stress or a trauma. And you can heal from that and you can move on from that, right? But if we allow ourselves to be transformed by the renewing of our mind, He literally comes in and changes the way that we think. He changes the way that we respond. He changes the way that we show up. So He teaches us how to be grounded and so for our emotions to be regulated and not allow our emotions to lead us in our decision making and how we react and how we respond.
That is so wonderful. Y'all see this pretty book? Get the book. Paperback 15, hardback 27. All the proceeds will be going to her nonprofit, Daughters of Zion Healed. She is committed to making an impact in the earth for the kingdom of our God. Get the book. Let your healing begin. Is there anything else that you would like to share with the viewing audience?
Okay. Something else I would like to share is, let me find it. Sorry. So this is part of what I was talking about is, transform the renewing of your mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's another little excerpt. So it says, so here are some of the lies. Lies like you're not a good mother. You're slow. You're always behind. You'll never be loved. You're too much. You're not enough. You deserve what happened to you. You're unworthy. You're unloved. Every time I spoke a truth against those lies, the lie broke. Every time I declared God's word, old words lost their grip. Every time I believed Him over my past, healing deepened. Every time I counseled a lie, identity became clearer. There was a shift from surviving to becoming.
Girl. What? I love it. Okay. You're not a good mother. What was the truth that you spoke?
I am a good mother. Right?
Okay.
Because, and I think it's one of those things, especially like when you can start to begin to see what God sees, you know what I mean? Even like having a conversation with someone today, and they were like, have you ever really taken the time to think about that you have two sons that are in the church? A lot of parents can't say that, right? And just looking at where they are in their life, what they've achieved, what they've accomplished, how they've even persevered with the different things that they had to face. You know what I mean? And a lot of times we as parents, and I know for me, I always felt like my kids don't listen to me. you know. But even having these conversations and seeing like, no, like they were listening to you, but they just chose to do something different, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
just seeing that growth and knowing that there are things that God placed on the inside of me that they needed, and that could only come from me. So it's like I had to be their mother, but at the same time, He equipped me to give them what it is that they needed.
I like that. Okay, one more. You deserve what happened to you. How did you combat that one?
So, how I combated that one is again just putting things into reality and putting things into perspective, right? Um, was I quote unquote like a bad person? Did I deserve to be abused? No. You know what I mean? So no, I didn't deserve for people to lie on me. I didn't deserve for people to call me out my name. Like I didn't deserve any of that, right? God says that I'm worthy. He says that I am his beloved, right? He says that I am a royal priesthood. But even on that, like I remember um I kind of share some of this with you, right? Like I had got to a point where I was like, okay, God, like show me that you love me. Like I want to know that you love me, but I don't want to reject your love at the same time, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
remember I was sitting in the doctor's office and waiting for the doctor to come along. And they were like, oh, well, she had an emergency, so you have to wait. Oh, well, now you have to reschedule. But in my mind, I'm like freaking out. Like I already had to wait this long to get an appointment. I'm waiting for these test results. Like, I don't want to wait, you know, but even in that moment, I'm like, God, like, I need you to show up for me. Like, I need you to show up for me because this is how I'm feeling and like just come through for me. Right. And
Mm-hmm.
literally, like a few minutes later, they came back and they're like, okay, the doctor's going to come in. I was like, okay. So the doctor comes in and literally I just start bawling, you know, because
Mm-hmm.
it's just like you say, it's like the weight. And it's like, oh my gosh, like God, like you really do love me. Right. But not only do you love me, like you care so much for me that you care about what happens to me. You don't want me to be hurt. You don't want bad things to happen to me. You know what I mean? And so as you've handled every little detail that it is that concerns me.
Okay, then. So then, when I'm trying to stop, kind of, sort of. Still going back to the you deserved what happened.
Mm-hmm.
There are decisions though that we make that we bring things on ourselves.
Yeah.
How have you seen the mercy of God in those situations? Because there's a trauma that can occur, or just even a bad decision that we make, but
Mm-hmm.
it every decision has a consequence to it. It could be a good one or a bad one, but every decision has some type of response to it. How have you seen the mercy of God in things that you have done that you either should not be as in good a position as you are right now?
I will say even what I'm going through right now, right? Um, in that there was a brief moment, right, where I was like starting to feel guilty again about decisions that I've made. And I was like, no, it's like, I'm not going to feel guilty, right? Because I've been forgiven. God loves me. God cares about me. But at the same time, like, I'm just going to pray, you know what I mean, for a good outcome. And that's what I'm going to do, right? But even seeing his mercy in that, right? Because things could have turned out bad for me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't. He was merciful, you know what I mean, to basically once again to spare my life, you know? And that's what I'm sitting there saying. It's like, but even at the same time, like I realized that I did certain things because I didn't know my identity. I did certain things because I was looking for love. I was looking for acceptance. I was looking to belong. I was trying to figure out who I was, but I was also trying to be what everybody else wanted me to be. So that's why I made a lot of the different decisions and the different things that I did, you know?
I like that. I like that. All right, for real. Last question. What are some things? What are What are some ways that people wanted you to be that you realized, nope, that's not the identity that the Lord wants me to take? Name a couple of those.
My dad wanted me to be a lawyer. He also wanted me to be quiet. He didn't want me to talk to anyone about anything. So yeah, those are like two of
So
the
when you
main.
say to be quiet, like not wanting you to write this book, wanting you to just be quiet in general about things that happen in your household. What do you tell?
Everything. You
Okay.
name it, I was to be quiet. Like when my parents went their divorce or whatever, I had a court appointed attorney. My mom also wanted me to go to counseling, but it was always like, be quiet, don't talk, be quiet, don't talk.
Wow. And you can't really have a productive counseling session if you're not going to talk.
No. But that's basically what it was. Like I would show up, right? Just to quote unquote check off the box. But I would just be sitting there, just, not talking. But it affected me for the longest time. Like I didn't talk. Like literally, I did not talk.
So do you think even in writing this book, did your voice get stronger?
It does get stronger, right? Because even I would say even like during the process of writing the book, like I said, just discovering my identity, for the longest time, I always told people I was shy because that's what I believed. I really believed that I was a shy person, and I learned I am not shy.
I'm actually more shy than she is. That is truth. That is so cute. Well, Selena, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. I'm going to be watching how amazing God is going to continue to be in your life. And so, y'all, get the book, The Woman Who Came Back to Herself. It's a journey through anger, identity, and God's healing, written by Selena Jackson. I think somebody who's a producer, go ahead and make it a movie. What? Ooh, maybe we could submit this book to what's the Christian? Pureflix?
I'm not familiar.
They make, let me double check before we get up out of here. Let me see. I think it's called Pureflix. They do Christian movies. Yep. Pureflix Entertainment.
Oh yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, it is a faith-based streaming platform of Christian movies.
Awesome.
So I'm just planting the seed. And when it happens, go ahead and sow into my life.
Of course. I love you.
I love you back. Well, y'all heard it here first on, I don't know, maybe Coffee, Tea, and Cat, or Chilling with Purpose. So, hey, here it is. Daughters of Zion healed. It's a whole lot wrapped up in this interview. And so we are excited. Let's celebrate Selena by buying the book. I'm going to show it to you one more time. Boom. It is on Amazon. She has placed it in the comments. So all you got to do is click on the link. She made it easy for you.
Yes.
Anything else that you would like to leave with the viewing audience?
No, just I love y'all and thank you for watching.
And I love y'all too. And there's absolutely nothing you could do about it. Bye.
Bye.